Libra. This is your reading. I'm so excited to finally be reading for you guys once again. Okay, so the reason that this cup is here is because we're remodeling this room and it is an eyesore for me to look at. I can't deal with the paint. The paint is on my nerves, okay? So I don't want you guys to just be looking at that and not listening to me. So that's why this cup is here, okay? Obviously, it is Leo season and I am a Leo. Well, I'm a Leo Virgo. I'm on the last day of Leo, so technically Virgo season is also my season. But anyways, we're gonna get into it. But before I start, I wanna let you guys know that I did have the baby on June 30th. That is why I have been lacking with the videos. I'm finally getting back on it, and you guys are definitely gonna be getting some more videos, some more information. I've been channeling, so stay tuned and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload for your sign and also other things that I have coming your way, okay? Okay, so in August, I have the Earth card. That's what came out for your mode that you should be in August. So this means that either an earth sign can be of help to you, so that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or this means that you need to be very practical in what you're doing. You need to be thinking of the future, you want to be planning for certain things, you want to be very stable, calm, and collected during this time of August, okay? So for time's sake, I've already taken out your past, present, and then over here is your future. All right, so your past, we have the Eight of Wands. And so this means that something was going on that kind of caught you off guard for sure. You probably had to react to something that you were not expecting. Let me see what else I can get on that. Yeah, maybe dealing with a Taurus or some type of earth sign, or just dealing with money issues. Maybe you had to do something with a new job, or maybe you changed your job. Being that this is the King of Pentacles, it definitely has lots to do with, finances, career, planning, stability, things of that nature. So if you did have some issues with money, with the Five of Pentacles here, I do think a lot of you were going through some money issues, either in the past or some things that were leading up to you having to change a job or you having to speak up at your job. This is definitely what's being said here. Four of Swords in reverse. It was like, instead of you thinking about what you needed to do, you actually had to take action, and that's what's happening right now. Whatever you did took a lot of courage, right? With the Seven of Wands here, this took a lot of courage, and I think a lot of you were actually feeling like you couldn't do what you needed to do at the time. You were feeling like, damn, this is going to be really hard for me to do. Like, it takes a lot of courage is what I'm saying. Some of you had to take time to re-establish who you are at your core. Maybe you were taking a shitload of responsibilities at your job, or maybe you were dealing with people who don't really care about you at your job. Maybe they were talking to you like crazy and you had to like stand up for yourself. That's the thing that I'm getting here. Also, just changing your job. I think that's what was happening for you in your past. The Taurus, yeah. So some of you are dealing definitely with the Taurus in the past. Some of you are just dealing with the structure of things in your life financially. You're dealing with the changes of what you have, set up for yourself, whether that be a job, a career, planning for a move, something that has to do with like domestic life, financial, career life. And it's like you're dealing with the structure of it all. Are there any signs involved with this situation? Also, I just got the channel that this could be something to do with a boss, someone that you work under, or someone who has authority over you to some capacity. It's like you had to kind of boss up on your boss. That's what I'm feeling. How can Libra transition smoothly with this situation? We got Virgo, the Hermit card. All right, so again, another Earth card. You need to be moving silently. You don't need to be telling everyone your steps. That's, for some reason, that I got the message to say that to you. You don't have to express yourself so much. And definitely being that this is Leo season, a lot of signs are feeling that expressive energy in their own ways, right? But in this certain situation, being that you're dealing with finances, career, things of that nature, it definitely seems like you need to not be a recluse, but you need to have your wisdom within here and here. And you don't need to be expressing that to everyone. Because for some reason, there's either someone that's trying to take you down, there's someone who's going to tell the wrong person, and that person could be trying to take you down. Whatever steps that you're trying to take, whatever way that you're trying to move forward, I think it's just beneficial for you to keep it to yourself. And then you also want to stay level-headed. You also want to stay pure in your intentions and don't try to be like getting revenge or anything like that. You definitely want to have a very steady, stable mindset. Again, with the Earth card here, that is what's being stressed for you to embody throughout this Leo season. So in your present, we have the Knight of Swords. All right, so things are starting to move faster for you, Libra. Things may be coming your way. You may be heading towards things that you don't even see coming your way. What I like about this card, things are starting to speed up. Things are not stagnant. One of the things I would look out for in this card is that you aren't doing things that you will regret in the future. So for example, make sure that you're really thinking about the outcome of things before you just hop on to whatever you're doing. You also do want to take risks, but you want to be logical. You know, Libra is an air sign, so you know, air is all about logic and communication, but just because you are a Libra does not mean that you think clearly all the time. But being that you are a Libra, you do have the advantage of naturally thinking logically. So if you're taking care of yourself, if you're thinking about things before you do them, then most likely you'll make the right decision when it comes to being logical, because that is what this is suggesting. What's coming Libra's way? All right, so there possibly could be a Capricorn, but there possibly could be something coming your way that you don't need to run into, such as an addiction, some form of lust, whether that be a person, a possession, of some type of physical desire is what I'm feeling, a physical desire. Definitely could be a Capricorn. Now, with that being said, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be something terrible coming your way, but I do think it's something that you have to restrain yourself from. It doesn't matter if it's a person or a situation. If you have to restrain yourself, it's probably because logically you're like, okay, this isn't the right route for me. So if you do encounter this, just be careful of how you maneuver this person or this possession or whatever it may be. Be very, very, very careful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So in combination with this Devil card energy that we have here, if you have to be careful of, you know, running into trouble, and then you have the Two of Swords, which means you need to also take a blind leap of faith. Maybe it's something that you see as a risk for yourself. I think this is something that maybe you have been afraid to take on. So if for some of you that could be taking on that new job like we were talking about earlier, or that could be something like finally starting the career that you feel passionate about, reconciling with someone that you feel was toxic in your life, but maybe it was just the situation at hand was just toxic in general. It's like something that you ran away from before, or you're finally like trying to reconcile, make peace with something, but it's going to take you being logical. It's going to take you being communicative with whatever this may be. So just be very careful with that, because it seems like whatever that is, remember, it's going to come fast. It's something that's not going to just be something that you can just plan for. It's something that's just going to come fast. You're going to have to roll with the punches. Nine of Swords, whatever the situation is, you're not necessarily thinking about it 24/7, but this was something that you were thinking about in your past constantly. This was something that kept you up at night, whether it was a person, an argument, a situation, a possession that you wanted. You were thinking about this at one point, and so this was something that was very important to you. But now I feel like you have the tools to handle whatever this may be. High Priestess. So you know what this is about. You know what this energy is all about. You know what this entails. You know what comes your way whenever this happens. Let's go ahead and see if there's any signs, zodiac signs, that are connected to the situation. Alrighty, so we got two different ones. So the first one we got is King of Wands, which is Cardinal Fire, which is Aries. So some of you could definitely be dealing with Aries during your August, or they have something to do with this situation. Sun, Moon, or Rising Aries, or this could just be someone who kind of has Aries-like energy. And then we have Cardinal Water, King of Cups, which is Cancer. Okay, so this is a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone who embodies very Cancer-like energy. All right, so keep that in mind if you're dealing with those signs, and also cross-watch to see, you know, what's going on with them. So now we're going to see what advice I can give you for August to maneuver the situation amicably and, you know, actually get some good results from it for Libra. How can they deal with this situation in August? Two of Swords. So that came up once again in a different deck. So this is the second time this card has come up with the Two of Swords. It came up in the advice deck and then also in your tarot. This is the Libra card, by the way. Two of Swords. If you see here, it has your sign, right? So you have to be in tune with yourself. Be in tune with yourself and then trust the decision that you make. No one can make you choose the destiny or the route that you're going to go. But whatever you're choosing in this August, know that you can maximize potential from it. You can do something with it. You just have to believe that it's possible. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but like, you need to really logically and mentally know that you can do what you're trying to do. Whatever you're doing now needs to make sense for you to continue to do it in the future. It can't just be like spontaneous and out of the blue, and it doesn't have anything to do with what you're trying to accomplish in the near future. Does that make sense? It can come out of the blue, but it needs to be something that fits what you're trying to build onto in the future. Okay? And just trust yourself in that. Now, in your future, we have the Knave of Cups here in reverse. So there could be some issues in the future in your September dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but I do think it's Libra. Here, it came out sideways, so this is how I'm looking at it. Now, with this card, I usually feel like there's a sense of not being as confident in something. So maybe you're having issues with self-confidence, because we do have the King of Swords. Okay, so maybe you're not confident in things turning out to be a happy ending for you, right? 10 of Cups. So maybe you're having issues or trouble believing that things will turn out right in the end, and that's coming toward you. 9 of Cups. I think it's all because whatever you're doing or whatever you chose to do in August, you're having trouble being comfortable with that decision. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad decision. It just means that you're having to adjust to it. There's this adjustment period that has to take place, and you have to either deal with the program or, you know, get to step in. There's no in between. And for some of you, I think you'll be perfectly fine with acclimating to everything that's been happening. But for others, it can be very, very difficult for you to really understand what's going on for you and how things are playing out and how things can end up for you. But from what I'm seeing, it's not that the future looks foggy. It's just you have to be okay with what's been happening for you. You have to be okay with what's to come with the decision that you've made. What is Libra worried about? I feel like it's like worry more than anything. What is Libra worried about? 10 of Swords. Okay, so some of you are definitely going back to something and you're worried that it's going to blow up in your face. And usually I would say don't go backwards, but for some reason I feel like whatever you're going back towards is something that can catapult you to something you want to see in the future. Almost like you have to take a time out from it in order to go back to it so that you can continue the path that you were supposed to be on in the first place. But you left the route because you had to take some time to take a rest, take a pit stop, if you will. Yeah, Ace of Swords. With that situation, with feeling like you're going back towards something and you don't know if it's going to work out, this is really clogging your mind with all types of thoughts, all types of just weird feelings. And it also could be saying that you're lying to yourself. You're not being truthful about the matter. Now, if you are confident in yourself that you have made the right decision and you're present, your future will not be this hectic. But for those of you who are still debating, should I do this, should I not, that's what's going to be the real issue in your future. I have the King of Cups here, so this could definitely be dealing with a Cancer person again, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or this could just be saying that you're emotionally uneasy with what's going on in your future or what's going on in your present right now. And I think that's going to just take you kind of owning your feelings, you owning your mental state. If you're mentally strong about whatever you're going through and you feel like this is the right thing for you to do, emotionally it may take a little bit of time for you to actually become comfortable with it, but I do think that it's possible. So don't think that it's something that's just out of this world and you can't connect to it, because you can. You just have to trust that it's something that's okay to do. 2 of Pentacles. Some of you are having a really, really hard time juggling the new things coming into your life, but also juggling the priorities that you are setting forth for yourself. So for a lot of you, you could be setting new goals for yourself, and I feel like this is what's kind of scaring you, because it's forcing you to really achieve something, you know what I'm saying? And not that you haven't achieved things in the past, but whatever you're trying to achieve now and in the future, it's something that kind of scares you. It's something that you probably have to commit to. It's something that you have to kind of be ready for, and I think you're psyching yourself out more than anything. And it could also be that you, with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, it could just mean that you're having issues understanding financially how this is going to play out. You could be thinking, I don't know if I can do this financially. I don't know if this is logical to do this financially. And remember, with the Earth card, you have to think practical. Everything is practical. So even if you don't have it now, just plan. That's what earth sign is all about. That's what all the earth signs basically do when it comes to their finances. Even if you don't have it now, plan for the future so that eventually you will have what you're looking for. So you know how some like fire signs, for example, they may, you know, spend or splurge more than the average person. But an earth sign would say, if you were to save even $5 a month, look how much you would have. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think really, really long term. So even waiting all that time and barely saving, in the end, it comes out to a bigger sum of money instead of just spending because you're like, well, I'm not going to be able to afford whatever I'm trying to get in the future anyway, so I might as well spend what I have. So it's like you have to think long term. Now, yeah, with the Taurus card here, it's all about structure. It's all about your stability. It's all about saving, planning for the future, planning what you want, and then achieving that no matter what comes your way. And this may come with, you know, a few battles, but what doesn't come with a few battles in life, Libra? Everything is going to come with a few battles. Now, this could just mean that you just have to fight for what you want, physically put it in action for what you want, or maybe you do have to argue and debate with other people who just don't believe in you. But whatever may come your way, nothing comes without a fight. So you're just going to have to deal with that part, all right? So let's see if there's any signs that are coming up for anyone that you may have encounters with in the future. What signs will Libra have encounters with in the future? Ah! All my cards fell. How wonderful. 1 second, let me reset my cards. All right, so we got 2 cards again. So this time we got Princess of Pentacles, which is spring. So this is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, okay? So some of you are dealing with Aries, Taurus, or Gemini. Sun, Moon, or Rising. We got the High Priestess, which is the Moon card. It's related to the Moon. So this could be Pisces or Cancer. And if it's not those two, then it's some female in your life that has a big impact, okay? So that could be a spouse or a mother or someone who's a maternal figure in your life. But let's go ahead and see what advice I can give you for the future so things can move smoothly for you, okay? So the advice, Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. This is awesome, okay? So this is basically saying, try your luck. Know that you can have abundance, you can have joy, you can have all the things that Jupiter represents. But you have to aim higher, which is what Sagittarius is all about, which is what sign is ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius. So not necessarily you have to, you know, become a Sagittarius, but you want to embody their energy. Almost like nothing bad is going to bring them down. Not to say that they don't have bad moments or whatever, but it's kind of like no matter what, they will always have that luck on their side, that Jupiterian luck, that joy, that expansion. If you aim higher, you cannot settle for less because there's too much that you have to experience. There's too much that you have to explore. So whatever you're doing right now, just know that things are going to turn out right because you're expanding your horizons, basically. You're shooting for a higher potential. You're going after what you want, and nothing bad can come from that. That's what Jupiter tells us, okay? So learn as much as you can, enjoy as much as you can, explore as much as you can, and nothing's going to stop you, all right, Libra? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you would like an extended version of this particular reading for this month, you can email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com, and we can get something set up for you. Do not be afraid to contact me for personal readings. I love doing personal readings and really tapping into your energy. If you would like, you know, further information on your natal chart, also hit me up for that. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video so that I know that you guys are, you know, supporting the channel. It really, really helps me out a lot. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, Libra.